Ag Tire Talks Driving Yield Through Tire Technology, sponsored by Michelin Agriculture. Don't forget to follow Ag Tire Talk on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and X.
James Tusher with Ag Tire Talk here. I'm with Greg Gilland, Vice President of Global Agriculture for Maxam Tire. Welcome to Driving Yield Through Tire Technology.
Hey, good afternoon, James. Glad to be part of the show.
Well, so many exciting new product offerings. This one fits the bill for excitement once again. So we've seen the AGRIXTRA 85 come out in the standard row crops, the popular stuff, right? The MFWDs that are all the large ag people have got. Now we're seeing the evolution into VF. I'm seeing VF 480, 8050, VF 380, 8038 in all the family of row crops. All right. Why'd you build this thing, my friend?
Well, it's exactly what you said earlier, James. We originally launched the AGRIXTRA 85 family to meet what I would call the relevant market sizes. Part of our institutional brand marketing intentions is to bring additional technology to the marketplace. The VF is the next step in that development. And in the case of row crop type tractors, I would argue we've checked off all the blocks for all the standard sizes. The natural step is to move now to the evolution of the VF technology.
Excellent.
So we're focusing now kind of on the next phase of development, but maintaining the DNA that Maxam has put in terms of how we go to market, which is to maintain our tires within our product family. So rather than creating a new line and calling it something else, we're going to keep it within the AGRIXTRA 85 family and then allow the customer, the farmer, the grower, the dealer to decide what he wants to carry and sell. So he can offer a standard AGRIXTRA 85 or a VF. And as we look at our product features, our existing standard tires can actually operate in IF loads at 20% more load and can be adjusted for air pressure. So the good news is we don't need an IF line. We can go to market with a standard line, a VF line.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple and deliver that 40% more load or 40% lower air pressure to reduce soil compaction. So it's all part of the technological evolution that we're working towards.
Excellent. So let's talk about the difference. Number one is, are these built in the same molds as the standard tires, or are they different?
No, it would be a separate mold and
Okay.
separate material, separate compounds, because obviously the flexibility and the design, the number of lugs, all things are slightly modified when you move from a standard to a VF
Amen.
tire.
Okay. Now it's still a continuous angle 45-degree lug, R1W.
Yeah.
Steel belt?
That depends on the tire size.
Okay.
So depending on the air pressure, the load requirement will determine whether or not we will add steel belts. I can't say that it's going to be uniform across all the sizes, but wherever we require it, we will probably put steel belts in it. The higher the load index, the higher the speed, the higher the probability is that we will use some version of steel when and where required. But I would say that it's not necessarily across the board. I mean, one of the advantages that steel gives you is increased stability, but also increases tire weight, which then kind of offsets your ground compaction equation. So everything is, as always with a tire, it's a compromise, but it's always about bringing the right technology, the right compounding, the right elements to ensure that we can deliver to the product performance requirements that we're aiming for.
Now, are they D-speed rated or are they A8Bs?
No, moving forward, all of our VF tires will be D-rated. So they will all be 40 mile per hour, 65 kph capable. That is part of the technological evolution. And it makes sense. If we look at the platforms that are coming and going forward, not only in North America, but worldwide, the evolution towards more transportation, higher speeds is almost the norm. So not having a D-rated capability almost is self-defeating.
I have noticed the evolution. All the new releases are going D, and it seems like more and more everyone's just skipping over everything and just doing VF rated. Seems to be where everything is going. All right, so let's just look through the line. This line compared to just standard AGRIXTRA 85, really it's pretty much the same MFWD sizes, right? All the way from 480, 8050 to 380, 8038. Continuous angle, R1W, built-in separate molds. Both are D speed rated. Depends on the specific size on whether or not you're doing steel belt or not. Is that all?
Well, I mean, as always, one of the things we're extremely pleased about in our AGRIXTRA and specifically our MS951 tread design family is the fantastic performance and traction that our tread design is delivering. the feedback that I get from the marketplace, just our lug design, our self-cleaning is a fantastic testament to our engineering and our product development. So I'm confident that as we move to the VF sizes, even though we're operating potentially at heavier loads, even higher speeds, our tires will have that inherent design and capability to deliver to the performance that customers want, which ultimately is the value we want to bring to the market.
Well, and one thing I did notice from a cosmetic standpoint, stellar, all fully engraved molds, all the pieces, parts that you would expect from, the best stuff out there. So compliments on that particular piece of the puzzle coming through exceptionally well.
Thank you. Yeah, I tend to use the word the tire looks sexy, although that seems to either resonate with people or not so much. But we'll keep that as my personal opinion. I think they look awesome.
Well, and that has come out of the original equipment manufacturers' mouths as well, that is piece of the puzzle. People think tires are boring. They really are not.
No, they're not. Now I realize we're biased, no pun intended, but that's okay. That's part of the journey of being in the tire industry.
And that's a wrap.